Right, hello there. Well, I'm in Josh's new Huey. He keeps turning them out, and as you might have gathered, I've got a Rift S now, and it's just shows off his work just even that much better. The dial thing, everyone goes on about it. It's fantastic. It just is so good what he's done. Anyway, I've got this Rift S. I'm using OVR. I've got it at 1.5 at the moment. And on my old Oculus, I could never run ASW. So I've had it set to auto normally. But I'm going to try it on the false 27 frames. It says there 27 frames ASW enabled. Never ever done it before. So I'm getting 27 there. And I'm looking around and everything's smooth. So I'm going to bung that up to 1.7. See if it sharpens it up or not. So we've got 1.7 on there. And the frames are gradually, well, we're down to 25, 26, 27. So I'm going to give it a try at 1.7 on that. The Rift is still pretty new to me, but this helicopter isn't, and boy, what a interior this is. It is truly astonishing. Now I'm going to apologise to you, Josh. I normally send you a small payment, a coffee or something. Not this month because I had to buy the S, and it was either the S and send you something, and I'm afraid I went for the S. So I've stolen this helicopter from you. But let's have a look, see how she flies. It's a good day today. Shakes aren't very bad, and left pedal as usual, back a bit. Oh, not enough left pedal it seems, and we're airborne. I made a quick video about the first time I ran the S, and my thoughts on why, for me, it was the right thing, which will be coming out on probably Friday. And it still, when I first put it on, astounds me how good it is. Now, what I am getting is, I just had it just now while I was taking off, a very slight stutter in the headset. So maybe I've pushed 1.7 a little bit too far, although it says I'm getting 27 frames and nothing too drastic. We're in a grassy area, and as I'd mentioned in my blog that's coming out, one of the big things, if we look at Lancing College over there, especially if you put your head outside the canopy, the Oculus Rift from this distance would not show the detail that I can see on the windows and where the gargoyles would be stuck on the top, and it just shows them. It's a beautiful view that I've got. The other thing I'm going to mention that I read on a lot of Oculus sites, and I only found out last night, that the button that is underneath the Rift S, which everyone tells you about in the handbook, but so many people I read thought that it set up the IPD adjustment. So you put the headset on and you press that and it would adjust the IPD. It doesn't. If you press that button underneath, the headset slides backwards and forwards, making it easy to get on and off. But also, if you don't mind it pushed into your face a bit, actually gives you slightly wider field of view. Now, I just do it for comfort, and if I've been flying for a long while, like I was last night after doing the video, I just pressed that button and pulled it forward a bit, and it lets the breeze from a fan I've got blowing on my PC into your face, and everything gets cooled off a bit, and then if you want to press the button, push it back. But anyway, that's just something. I don't know why there was so much about what's this button doing, what's it for. And as usual, being British, I didn't read the manual. I don't think anyone in Britain ever does. And I looked it up on the net, and it wasn't that easy to find what it did. And in fact, even when I was around with my friend the other day, because the headset fitted so well, we never adjusted it or played around with it. So that's me rambling on. Let's have a look at this interior. I love the original Huey, the wartime one that we're used to looking at. But this is like getting one out of a showroom, and everything is shiny and new, and the contrast on it is fantastic. I can read everything. It's a helicopter that we've always wanted, and we've got now down to Josh. We've got it in a couple of different variants. We've got the original old one that looks brilliant, that comes from Nimbus, and we've got the bright, shiny new one that comes from Josh, and they fly the same. There's nothing on the aerodynamics. This is one of a local enforcement agency, from what I understand, which might be quite famous in America. I watched a video that he posted about the real one, and it's just great to see this bird still flying around. Well, it must be some 50 years, I suppose. My mathematics isn't good at the best of times, so brand spanking new. Looks like it's just come out of a showroom, and it looks great. So let's head forward, and we'll head off to Brighton. I can only tell you that, again, the view and the reasons for buying it, which I go into in the Wonky's blog a little bit, and some of the things that I tried out, and why it was the flight sim show that finally made my mind up. Have I had any issues? Yes, I did. I had one issue where the microphone was not being picked up and recording on my GeForce software, and I had to go into the Windows something privacy settings and re-tick a few boxes there, and then suddenly the microphone has burst into life. And where I usually use a headset or a boom microphone, and then when I make my videos I add a bit of treble because my voice is so deep, I'm going to say, because the microphone is slightly tinier on the S, it's about right for making the video. So when I did the video, I didn't have to do any editing. The headphones I mentioned in the blog that's coming out. If you make videos, you have the sound set down low in the background. It doesn't matter. and I've got them. I can hear what the blades are doing. It's just so comfortable to wear. Yeah, it's great. So I won't go any deeper into that. I go into it a little bit more in the blog, which will be out on Friday, as to why, well, and it's, what's the wording? Why, when, what, why, one or the other. I'm getting confused. Here we are over Brighton. There's the Brighton Pavilion, which I'd previously named as Sergio's Pad in the UK. It was a great pleasure meeting Sergio. So if you're listening, Sergio, don't know if you ever get this far into my videos. It was a real pleasure in meeting you, and it was such a warm welcome. I was taken aback at the fact that you care so much, not only about the hobby and everything else, but the people involved. So, quick spin round there. It's just a, and you might be wondering why we had a quick spin round there, and that's because my foot pedals just all of a sudden gave way on the carpet. So let's get her down here at Sergio's pad. And as I say, it was a pleasure meeting him. He is a force to be reckoned with in the industry, and so much of what he said representing the helicopter community, coming over to England, well done. It really was a pleasure. So don't forget helisimmer.com, my favourite website for helicopter stuff. And bit of a bump there on the landing, but there we are. Quick fly round in the helicopter. We've now landed. As you know, these new handsets have the bar at the top, or the ring at the top, and one of the strange things that is a benefit to me is that because I've got this shaky condition, I can rest my hand on the top without it interfering with the buttons. So look at that. That is just such a brilliant job. And so I can hold it steady when doing this now, which I could not do before without it hitting the buttons. So the Rift S, one advantage I never ever thought of was that silly ring at the top enables me to hold it with my left hand, and it's absolutely steady. I'd love to know how he gets that gloss metal work, let alone the rivets and everything else. You know, the gold and the way the light comes off of it. And it's very odd, being a person that is completely at home with Photoshop. Ah, look, the X-Pad's out the window. I have never, apart from clearing the windscreen on the Hughes 500, because at certain angles the sunlight is too much on the windscreen on that, and I found the file that is the windscreen file and gave it a clean. Basically I wiped it to zero, and that's the only work I've actually done on any helicopter, and it worked. So maybe sometime in the future I'll get into it, but I'm going to say, actually, let's get a proper picture of the front. There it is, the Police 911, Stratford Police 16-39, which I can read from here. Again, it's amazing. 911, look at it, shiny and new. I'll finish it there. Well done, Josh. Another masterpiece. you see, I keep noticing other things. Look at the reflection in the glass on the bottom there, the way it's reflecting. Not only you can see everyone's feet inside, the way the grass is reflected on the glass. That's not easy to say. The skids, the gloss paintwork. Oh, if only I won the lottery and I could have one of these. This is what I'd have. This is, what would be sitting in the garden, whether I could fly it or not. Oh, well, it'd just be there for me to sit in and maybe start up and just listen to. But great job. Anyone that gets this livery or helicopter, make him a donation. This takes time, this work. And he's not getting any money off me this month because I've bought the Rift S. But do make a donation. Keep him fed with coffee, because the more of this he does, the more we all benefit. So anyway, that's the end of this one. Thanks for watching, and hopefully the videos turned out okay using the new Oculus S or Rift S microphone and headphones playing gently in the background. And I'll have the Wonky's blog why I bought the Rift S and the reasons and the comparisons coming out this Friday. And just leaves me to say thanks for watching. Talk to you all soon. Bye.